Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're deciding to watch this video. So there are a few slides that I forgot to get to in the previous video, going through like the course expectations and stuff like that. So I wanted to just make another little snippet, and also that video is getting kind of long. You're like, oh my gosh, 16 minutes. Can you please just move on? So I just wanted to saddle up and get this one more out there. So you can also kind of decide if this is a class for you or not. And maybe you're kind of already thinking like, absolutely no. But hopefully you stick with me. I promise I'll try to make it fun. Okay, so last little thing that I wanted to mention are some things that you kind of can expect in this class and things that we're going to be talking about in terms of oceanography. And so just, again, some various expectations. So some things that you should not expect. Number one, you should not expect tests to be just on PowerPoint slides. So I know that I will be posting lecture slides for every single lecture, right? And maybe you see that and you're like, oh my gosh, thank God I do not have to go to class. I can just look at the slides because she posts them. Well, guess what? You're probably going to have slides where there is a picture, probably better than this awesome meme, but you probably have a picture and with zero explanation. But in class, I'll explain it, So if you come to class and you are actively sitting there and not just scrolling on TikTok mindlessly, then you will get an explanation of what you are looking at. If you happen to have to be gone for a class for whatever reason, again, make buddies with people around you. We're creatures of habit, right? So make friends and try to get notes from a friend if you have to be gone. But what you can expect is exams are going to be based on class discussion, so things that we work through as a class. Your smart book reading assignments pretty heavily. Your homework assignments, those are going to be big as well. Different assignments, by the way. Smart book reading assignments are just a way to get you to read the textbook and, kind of follow through with that and get through various concepts. The homework assignments are separate from that, kind of more of like an overall assessment. We're also, of course, going to have slides and your guided notes, study guide, if you decide to use that. So your exams are going to be based on the culmination of these ideas, not just one thing. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to expect to just not show up to class, to just look at the slides and to get an A. That's not going to fly in my class. Also, I can't have you expect to just not show up, not do the work, and pass. That's not how this class works. This class is a lot of work. It's a 4-unit class. It's a science class. It's not an easy A. I'm just going to put that out there. But if you show up, you do the work, you engage with your classmates, you engage with me, you go to labs, you do your labs, you'll do it. You'll pass. No problem. All right? It's actually kind of hard to fail this class, I would say. Or really any of my classes. If you stop doing the work and you stop showing up and you stop communicating with me, that's when you're not going to do very well. All right? Another thing here that I really need to nip this one in the bud while we're here is this is not a class about marine biology. That's what this meme is all about, right? Like, oh, registers for oceanography. It's going to be all about the whales. Don't get me wrong. I love whales. I love the animals in the oceans, but we do not talk about biology until the last 3 weeks of class. So that kind of sucks, right? So if you're expecting a class all about all the wonderful, amazing, beautiful creatures in the ocean, marine biology is going to be the class for you, not oceanography or Earth 172. Okay. So that's a big thing that I got to just kind of rip that Band-Aid off there. So just be cognizant of that. What I will do in classes is, in our lectures, I will have at least a few 10 to 15 minutes or so the beginning of class going over current weather things, but also things I find on Reddit, which will pertain to the ocean. And with that, we'll get sprinklings of biology, because usually it's cool videos of orcas playing with their food, or whales breaching or feeding, or cool little like sea slugs or octopi or something like that. Like I will sprinkle in biology here and there, but it won't be specifically covered until the very end. So big thing to keep in mind. Other things that I want you to keep in mind in terms of expectations for this class, assessment questions in every class meeting. So basically I'm going to be like opening up or using like questions, like broad questions to the class. Like when I say the word pressure, what comes to mind? And I want you to try to answer to the best of your ability. And I really want to like foster this classroom community, which I will talk about in a following video. So just expect things like that. And I would like for you to participate, because the more you participate, the more fun it is. I promise. If you just like sit there with this kind of look on your face, it's going to be hard for me to like continue to be this very up and bubbly sort of energy. So help me help you. It makes it a bit easier that way, okay? Also expect to have a course that closely follows textbook resources, as I kind of already talked about. I'll try to foster an active learning and discussion with classroom community. Again, that'll be in the following video. And basically do, like I said before, expect to put work into this class, put time into this class, and expect to be challenged. Again, this is unfortunately not an easy A. If you have any friends who took my classes before, they can probably attest to that. But it's still fun. I try to make it fun and approachable and accessible for everybody. So I do try to keep it that way. And I think I succeed in it. So if you are willing to continue this journey with me, then I'm super hyped on that. And I can't wait to teach you more about how amazing and incredible our oceans and frankly, our entire planet is. So I hope you stick with me. And thank you again so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the flippy floppy. Thank you.